I'm a girl with a cheat-like golden poop system. Looking at the system that turns poop into gold, I'm unusually silent. To gather more resources, I turn to the CEO next to me. Hey, your abs look so yellow. No, wait, your poop is so white. And that's where this new absurd, hilarious, and crazy story begins. It's only 7 minutes long. If you like it, follow and support me. The story begins. I'm the golden poop system, not the goldstone system, okay? After I painstakingly collected 10 stones and placed them in front of the system, it shouted angrily at me. For once, I stayed quiet and even criticized its pronunciation. Next time, speak proper Mandarin. Instead of blaming myself, I decided to blame others. Who wouldn't? My name is Shen Xiao, originally just a corporate worker. An hour ago, I transmigrated into a CEO romance novel and gained a system. The system claimed it was called the Golden Poop System. When I heard that, I was filled with 3 parts pride, 3 parts joy, and 4 parts abandon. I looked around at the original owner's shabby house and thought to myself, I'll turn this around in no time. But just when I managed to collect some stones, the system told me it could only turn poop into gold. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, the original body hadn't eaten for 3 days before I arrived, so I couldn't even poop. If your thinking doesn't collapse, there's always a solution. I told myself as I walked into a fruit store and gave the shop owner a secret code. Have you read Meow Meow's article today? His attitude shifted 360 degrees, and he immediately handed me a banana as a reward, kindly pointing out the direction to the restroom. Everyone knows bananas are great for energy and digestion. Within moments, my stomach responded to the banana's magic, and I bolted towards the restroom. A series of loud, satisfying sounds echoed from the stall. My body felt relieved, and so did my soul. The system even cheered me on. Come on, they're almost out. I squeezed out every last bit of effort until my stomach, heart, and soul were completely empty. As I got up, 0.01 seconds later, I heard the sudden sound of water rushing. It was vigorous and thorough, washing everything away. People, who could understand this feeling? It was like signing up for a premium membership only to find out you couldn't read the exclusive content. Feeling weak, cold, and alone, I stood in the restroom, calling out to my mom in my heart. But thankfully, my system was reliable. As a highly intelligent entity, it had prepared 1,000 contingency plans for emergencies like this, from squat toilets to smart flushing systems. The system had already transformed my poop into gold. I had earned 0.1 grams of gold, equivalent to 44 renminbi. The sweet sound of money entering my account filled my ears as I happily left the restroom. But unexpected surprises are always around the corner. Since this world belongs to CO novels, there were no shared bikes around. Exhausted, the energy from the banana was long gone. I collapsed. Suddenly, the screech of tires stopped next to me. A man stepped out. He had that typical CEO aura about him. As I slipped into unconsciousness, I heard him say, "Good. You've successfully caught my attention. You're the first woman brave enough to fake an accident in front of me." According to the system, he had his assistants carry my unconscious body into his car. I'm Guba, I heard someone say as I drifted in and out of sleep. On my turf, no one faints from hunger. Doctor, give her the best glucose drip. Butler, go buy out the snack shop downstairs. I want her full details in 5 minutes. I woke up to a butler standing over me, saying, "You're the first woman the CEO has ever brought back to the office." At this, Guba's lips twitched slightly into a small smile, while the maid next to him exclaimed, "The young master hasn't smiled in 10 years." Experiencing this level of toe-curling awkwardness, I thanked him earnestly. "Thank you for saving me." Guba, the male lead of the novel, was towering over me. He was tall, much taller than my phone charger, a whole 33 centimeters taller, hitting me right in the heart. He responded coolly, but his ears were subtly turning red. "Take these snacks with you. Don't faint again," he said, his voice a mix of determination, expectation, and insistence. I glanced at Guba, took the snacks, and heard his inner thoughts. Her hands are so soft. I blinked in surprise and asked the system, "You guys offer this kind of service too?" The system laughed. Who doesn't do 3 jobs for 1 paycheck? Guba extended his long fingers and pulled up a QR code. Woman, I command you to add me. It's an honor to be in my contacts. I obediently added his WeChat and fled the building. With the system's help, I happily entered my stay-at-home mode, pooping and converting gold like a pro. Golden Poop System activated. 1 gram of gold, equivalent to 440 renminbi. Golden Poop System activated. 1.5 grams of gold, equivalent to 660 renminbi. Golden Poop System activated. 0.5 grams of gold, equivalent to 220 renminbi. But after a month of slacking off, the system couldn't provide me with higher values anymore. Master, how much do you think your poop is worth from takeout alone? The system snapped. Wake up. Realizing the gravity of the situation, I quickly texted Guba. Hey, your abs look so pillow. No, wait, your poop is so white. 3 seconds later, this man who dominates the business world replied, completely stumped. His confused expression must have been priceless. People stared at him. When I saw his message, I glanced at the restroom. Everyone was shocked. I was the first person in a CEO novel to ever bring up a restroom. Woman good. You've caught my attention, he muttered. Madam is really something else, the butler said, nodding in approval. Not like other women. And so, we finally reached Guba's most prized possession. His toilet, the best in the world. 30 minutes later, Guba's willing minivan stopped steadily at my doorstep. Get in, he said. We passed by the spot where I fainted earlier. Now, it had been stocked with food and water. It warmed my heart. Guba's destination for today? The Metis Bonway of the food world, a street he had developed. We sat at a barbecue stall run by an old man. Guba explained, this street is part of my family's development project. We waived the rent for these vendors. The flow of people is decent. At that moment, Guba seemed to glow with a golden halo. But when we finished eating, we realized neither of us had cash. And of course, I didn't either. The system suddenly piped up, Master, there's a restroom 100 meters ahead. Turn left and walk straight for 50 meters. I glanced at Guba. He understood immediately. That day, Guba helped me earn 2,000 renminbi in cash, and when we paid, my soul felt elevated. Epilogue. Guba's father, Gu Outyen, was an old-school CEO, a man who cheated on his wife, was unfaithful, and even attacked other people's bodies. Guba had witnessed it all growing up, silently swearing he'd never be like that. When Gu Outyen died, Guba became his legal heir, starting his own path as a CEO. But unlike his father, Guba was discreet. He inherited only the good habits like helping people. If thirsty, he found water. If hungry, he bought food. He even opened a convenience store and a drink shop downstairs from his office. But Guba had always been different. Wherever there was something imperfect in the world, he would step in and fix it. That's how he met Xin Qiao. After all, how bad could a woman be if she could turn poop into gold? The end.